"Can you read?" the 12-year-old girl asked me. I was surprised for a couple of reasons. First, she spoke English very well, which I wasn't expecting. Second, when she asked me this question, all I could think in my head was, of course I can read. I've been reading since I was little. That's kind of a weird question to ask. This summer, my Aunt Lee took me and two of my cousins, Jack and Grace, to Africa. We were on a tour group of about 30 people, and we were some of the youngest there. One of my most favorite and memorable experiences I had there was visiting one of the schools. The first thing I noticed when we pulled up in our tour bus was the 10 to 15 kids chasing the bus, smiling and waving at us. The second thing I noticed was the really small school. It was just one simple rectangle, and it probably only had about 4 to 6 classrooms in it. When we stepped out of the tour bus, the first thing that happened was the principal talked to us, gave us instructions on what to do and what not to do. She thanked us for being there and providing some supplies for them. After that, we went into one of the younger classrooms, and at all times there was 10 to 20 kids jumping on you, hanging on you, asking you to hold them. They were asking us a billion questions like, "Can you read this for me?" Or, "What do you want to be when you're older? Can I see that?" Referring to my camera. "How old are you?" They were surprised when I told them I was only 15. They thought I looked a lot younger than that. I've been lucky enough in my life to travel a lot and learn about other countries and places, so it wasn't a complete culture shock when I saw the school because I had a pretty okay idea of what I was walking into. It was honestly exactly what I was expecting it to be in a way. It was simple, small, kind of run down. It was really interesting to actually see it in real life and experience it and talk to the kids. All the kids were really excited to tell me what they want to be when they were older, and they loved to ask me the same. They would usually respond with, "I want to be a cop," or "I want to go in the army." I soon realized that this was one of the only jobs that they could really see or that's available to them, so it was interesting comparing in my head their answers to what a 12-year-old in America might say and comparing the opportunities available in both places. While I was talking to the kids and taking pictures of them and showing them the pictures because they love to see themselves on my camera, I saw my cousin Jack showing off with backflips and them touching my cousin Grace's light brown hair, and it was just a really fun time to play with them. We weren't able to stay there very long, only about 45 minutes, so me and my cousins were really sad when we had to leave. We really wish we could have stayed there longer. But when I was stepping into our tour bus, waving goodbye to all the kids, I felt like I should feel a lot worse than I did, or start feeling bad for all the kids there, or having a big realization about how lucky I am. And even though I'm a little embarrassed to admit it, and it sounds kind of selfish, I didn't feel bad. I wasn't even thinking about it because I had so much fun and I was sad to leave that it wasn't even on my mind. It was not until about 1 month later when I was back in Utah, school had started, and I was walking through the halls of my school looking at the lockers, and I suddenly remembered my experience at the school in Africa. I remembered the kids' faces smiling at me, hugging me, and I remember the sound of them talking and laughing, and I remembered the questions they asked me. I was comparing in my head the classrooms that they have and the classrooms that I have, and it hit me hard how lucky I am to go to a nice school and live the life I do. This experience gave me a whole new perspective on everything, specifically about school and my outlook on it. I learned to not take anything for granted and be grateful for what I have, even if school is really boring sometimes. I also realized that the little things in life that may bother me, or problems or petty high school drama, just does not matter, and my problems could be a lot worse.